especially for
Yeah, she's out, I think, because of the internet connection is not good. Okay, I would like to say sorry for this inconvenience condition just because of the internet connection. Maybe it's not good in Indonesia. Well, we just continue our program. This discussion will be started by the three guest speakers, and the regulation of hello, Sondang, are you still there? Okay, maybe later at the end of the session, she would like to close the meeting. Yeah. Well, the regulation of this session that actually there will be three guest speakers in our discussion. One will be started by Ms. Maria Edi Diaz from Philippines. You will be given around 5 to 10 minutes, right, to present your talk related to our topics today, that the impact of pandemics, okay, to the performance of teachers and students, right? So during the process of learning, right, and teaching. And after that, there will be a question and answer. So the person who asks a question also can give comment and also can give some information related to the issue of COVID-19 pandemics that will be impact to the teachings process. Okay, to shorten the time, would like to give you the time, Miss Maria. Time is yours.
Okay, hello, sir. Good evening, everyone. And thank you for inviting me, though I'm not really okay tonight because Sir Eddie knows that I've been experiencing cough and cold these days. But then I can't say no to Sir Eddie. That's why I'm here. So thank you, sir, for inviting me. Can you hear me clearly? Am I clear?
Yeah, I can hear you, but we cannot see you, Miss.
Okay. Okay. I'll open my. I'm just using my cell phone right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope it's okay if I don't have any PowerPoint presentation because actually I slept this afternoon because I really wanted to be here and to be okay. So I drink a lot of medicine and water for this day so that I can be with you guys. Oh, I don't have anything to prepare. I don't have any preparation tonight because of my condition. Is it okay, Sir Eddie? Maybe some other time when you invited me again, maybe I can have my presentation. Okay, so let me just give you a short introduction. So I am Maria Edisa Diaz. I've been teaching here in the Philippines for 17 years now. I am an English teacher. I am also a reading teacher and a radio broadcasting coach and a public speaking trainer to begin with. So during this pandemic, let me just give you first an overview of what our education system here. So we here in the Philippines we have two kinds of learning delivery. So one is online distance, and the other one is modular distance learning. So since most of us don't have our internet connection, that's why our students opted to choose modular distance learning. But there are some grade levels who offer online distance learning wherein we can have our online classes. But for me, I am a grade 5 teacher, so we only have modular distance learning. So right now here in the Philippines, we have class suspension. We're still on vacation because I think a lot of teachers and students are sick because they have colds and cough, and I think it is associated with Omicron. Me myself also got I don't know if this is an Omicron, but we're as much as possible we try to just stay at home so that to prevent the spread of virus. So basically during this pandemic, this is what we call our new normal as teachers. So in this new normal, I'll be sharing with you some of my strategies that I use to teach my student. So last year, so 2019, 2020, I started, I am also the coordinator of School Learning Action Cell, wherein we provide trainings for teachers. So we started last year of empowering our teachers on how we can use information technology. So we started seeking or looking for trainers who can facilitate the use of computer. For example, how we can navigate the class in, how we can use Canva so that we can create materials for our students. So last year, we also started training teachers on how we can do video lesson. So that's for one. So that is one of our strategies so that we can reach out to our students since most of them choose modular distance learning modality. So that is why I was also able to upload some of my video lessons on YouTube, wherein I just send them the link so that they can watch my videos on YouTube. So that's one of my strategy so that I can reach out to my students. Another one is we also provide online classes. So it's not uh, it's a it's like we set up sessions for our student like this via Zoom, wherein some of our students who have their own internet connection can join the class. And during the class session, let me just share with you that we use. Are you familiar, sir, with quizzes and Quizalist?
Yeah.
So we use that also to like games so that our session with our students is interactive. So that is another strategy that we use so that our students can enjoy the lesson. And aside from that, another strategy that we use is what we call a video lesson. Now, since many of our teachers were able to navigate Adobe Premiere. Now we are into video editing, wherein since the teachers were trained, and I am one of the video editors in the school, we prepare scripts and video lessons so that we can provide video lessons to our students. So at the moment, we air our video lessons on Facebook. So it is every Monday. So for the checking of the script, we do it a week in advance. So teachers in all grade level will have one video lesson per subject of their choice in a week. So that is how we do, and we prepare for so that we can give our students quality education, even if they don't have internet. Well, they can watch videos on Facebook at the convenience of their own time. So since we are doing modular distance learning, every Friday they're going to submit their output. And then we're going to return their papers the following week. I don't know with you and how you checked or how is it in your country on how you deliver your lesson. But at the moment, since we have our class suspension, we just check our pupils via Messenger on Facebook. So that is how we interact with our parents and with our students as well. So since I am very active on WhatsApp, so before we had this class suspension, to reach out to my pupils, especially since I am the only English teacher in my grade level. So in order for me to teach fluency, I always share to them some of the reading materials, and then I will ask them to send audio notes via Messenger. The case they can send it in our group chat, or they can send it to me privately, so that I can check the fluency of my students, even if we are not into our face to face or in a regular class. And I think the parents were very cooperative, that they consistently send and allow their students, their kids to join. So I hope you learn something from these strategies, and if there are some questions that you would like to ask. And I'm very sorry because I'm not prepared tonight, because I'm quite sick, and I'm still hoping to get better soon. So
Yeah,
thank you, Sir Eddie. If there's any question that they
welcome.
would like to raise, I can answer, I will happy to do so.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Maria. A very great presentation of you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we give applauses to Miss Maria for a very great presentation. Well, for this session, we would like to give you maybe for this session, I would like to give you an opportunity to ask a question. Maybe for the first, I would like to invite two questions from the participants. Would you please to raise your hand and briefly ask? Please, excuse me. Is there any question? Yeah, Ibu Prof. Sandang, please.
Yeah, thank you. Ibu Maria, is English as a second language in your country or as a foreign language?
Yes, ma'am. English is a second language here. But usually we teach English starting from kindergarten. That's why, as compared to other countries, I think our students are more adept into English, because we teach them in during their younger years.
So, how long do they have English class since they are kids? Is it
Okay, so I believe
high
that
class?
we started teaching our students from kindergarten up until college.
Until
So
college?
around, yes, ma'am, around 5 years old.
Oh. So it means, yes, English really as a second language. And it means
Yes, ma'am.
so that the subject may be delivered in English some, yeah? Some of
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So it's a kind of bilingual school, bilingual class, yeah?
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
Yes. That's why they speak more fluently than Indonesian, maybe. Because in Indonesia, English still as a foreign language.
Yes. Actually, there are some of our students, actually my son is grade 2, that they are fluent already in English, because there are some kids here, their English is their first language, maybe because
First
of
language, yeah?
their parents.
In some part, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
The city, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, of course. Just the same, and in Indonesia, in some part of our city, maybe English as a second language, but mostly as a foreign language. So you just mentioned about Adobe Premiere. Can you tell me Exactly what is it?
Oh, ma'am, Adobe Premiere is an application that is
Should
for
be
video
paid.
editing. It
Oh,
is for video editing. So, for example, that's why our school provided materials. For example, camera, HD camera, so that we can shot in the school, and then we use a green
the
background.
recording. Ah,
Yes, for the recording. So the teachers are prepared every week. They will shoot their video lesson in the school. And then in every grade level, we have two video editors to edit the videos. And then we are also trained on how to upload it on Facebook because we have a Facebook account. Our school has a Facebook account.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, it is called Halang ES Telearalan.
Yeah. I think they can see in any of their convenient time, yeah. They can watch the video.
Yes. So they can watch it.
May I know, is it still online in Philippines?
Yes, ma'am.
Virtual? Still, yeah?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just the same in Indonesia.
So it is monitored by our master teachers. For example, the number of views. That's why we encourage the parents to we encourage the teachers or the advisors to send the link to their parents so that their kids can watch it. So it's an additional help for them to watch it so that it will be easier for them to answer the modules that we
Okay.
provide.
So the parent take a very important role, yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
because of the technology, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am. That's right.
And also
Okay,
the
excuse me,
parents.
Ibu, Prof.
Yes. Yes.
Just because of there is another questions from others.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
you would like to
Sorry.
shorten your question. Is that enough?
Thank you, Ibu Maria.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you.
The next, I think, from Ibu Ria Moliana. I think you are from Indonesia also. Would you please, if you have any question,
Okay, thank
introduce your
you.
name, Ibu, and address your question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Ria Mulyana. I am an English teacher from Indonesia. To Miss
From Kalimantan or
yeah,
Sulawesi,
from
Ibu?
Kalimantan Barat, from
Okay.
West Borneo. Thank you for the chance. I want to ask Bu Maria, what should I call? Ma'am Maria?
Maria is
Miss-
fine.
Okay. Maria, it's thank you for your sharing with all the strategies. I have been used quizzes, Kahoot, WhatsApp, but the problem is my students are from our school is in the city, Regency, the capital of Regency, so it has internet access. But the problem is 90% of my students are from remote areas around the Regencies, and it takes 5 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours with the not good access of transportation. So, and not only transportation, not only the access of the road, but also the internet connection. So if I give the quizzes, it's has a problem again because they have to go so far away to have the strong internet connection, because quizzes can stop in the middle if it has not a good connection. So then I stop from using quizzes because maybe I'm taking care. I'm thinking about their safety to go from one place to another place. And then finally, we choose to use the Google form and sending the materials uh, by using the Google class. Google Classroom, and then give exercise by using Google Form. But the problem right now, I cannot measure is there is are they active or not. So um, if I check their answer, I always lose 2 or 3 students that will come at the end of the semester because they didn't do anything.
Could
Uh,
you please go to shorten and then make the conclusions actually what is your question and what is the major issue of yours?
okay, thank you, sir. So my question, Maria, if you have this problem, can you give strategy, good strategy, so I can manage with this I mean solution, so I can solve this problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, to answer your question, actually, by doing this, since we are already in our modular distance, we can't, unlike as compared to our previous class where we have our face-to-face, it's really very hard to check if the materials that we give to our students are, they answer it themselves. So that's one problem. For example, you mentioned that you're using Google Link. So how sure are you that the students are answering it instead of how sure are you that the students are answering? Because maybe in sometimes they are their parents will be the one who's answering the link, right? So it's really very hard to test, but well, we can all we can have to do is to trust our student. And another one, how can you measure it? Because quizzes is only applicable if you have a good internet connection, right? So it's very impossible for you to, well, they can also, you can, if you can send them the link, then they can answer it. But again, the big question there is, are they the one answering the question? So we still don't know that. So all we have to do is to trust our student that they are the one answering the link or they are the one answering the activity. So my advice, ma'am, right now we can't do anything about it because of COVID, and we can't also. Of course, we have our own personal lives. For our security, for our safety. All we have to do is to trust our students that they are the one answering, and the parents that they are also helping our students out in order to for them to answer the materials that we are giving them. So to answer your question, if ever that you would like, because we also do that here, we do home visitation because in our school, the students are just within, around, around the area, around the school. So it's easier for us to home visit them and to schedule a home visitation within the community. So I don't know if your situation would allows you to do that, but to check if there are learning. For example, reading assessment. We do reading assessment virtually. We can also do reading assessment via phone call. And if there is no way at all that we can reach the students, then we do home visitation. So that is the only time that we do home visitation. If it is really or badly needed, then we do it. But for our own security, for our health, to secure our health, then it's not advisable. That will also depend on the community. Is it Omicron free? Is it COVID free? Or the COVID cases in the place where you wanted to visit is not that high? Because here right now we have a high percentage of COVID. but I think it's slowing down. So I hope within this school year we can still do home visitation, because we really love to visit our students at home. We do reading assessment at home, though we can also do it virtually if the student and the parents have their own internet connection. Did I answer your question, Ma'am Ria?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank you,
hope.
Maria. Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
very great presentation of yours, Miss Maria Esla. Anyhow, we would like to give applauses to Miss Maria for a great and informative presentation of yours. Well, Ma'am Masri, seems that you are going to ask, but I think for your question, you just wait for a moment. After this nice presentation from Mr. Mahbul Ahmed, he's a teacher from India. Maybe we are going to also listens and got the information, whether is it the same or different maybe, about the COVID-19 issue related to, yeah, about the students' activities and teachers' activities during the pandemic. Well, time is yours, Mr. Mahbub. While we are waiting, Ma'am Masri Lalahi, would you please would you please try to wait for a moment? And after this presentation, this will be your opportunity for ask a question. Now, time is yours, Mr. Mahbub.
So good afternoon to everybody, and my all the good wishes to each and every single one, respected teachers, and my honor to the organizers and the teachers who are present in the meeting. I hear their talk and I also hearing their speech. There are two speakers who spoke before me, Samantang Manik and Miss Maria. I'm also very happy to hear their ideas, whatever they share. It is very good and well. They also explain how they are maintaining at their particular school and particular teaching platform. Now it is my turn to say. Edi sir yesterday told me about to say my experience and the different teaching strategies to explain itself. But suddenly the topic has been changed. So that's okay. I wanted to say about the teaching strategies and methodologies of English subjects. And suddenly the topics came to change, and then I have to say for this matter. In the COVID-19 situations, Omicron pandemic situation, how the teachers and learners working in their teaching learning platform. So in our area, all the school and colleges still not stopped down. Only the nursery level, it means that the primary schooling levels, they have been closed. And suppose 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 standards and 12 to upward, it is going on properly. So nowadays, the COVID in the Omicron situation, our schools still open and close down those schools which are primary level. And yet there is no any opportunity to take the online class like Facebook and YouTube. Because those who are the children, it is not possible to say. They can't understand the speech and talk. Even their parents also do not navigate, cannot navigate. Most of our parents, they are uneducated, they are illiterate. Thereafter, they can't navigate the ICT, information and communication technology, they can't navigate itself. For that reason, for which reason in our states, the schools which have been closed, teachers also making videos and sharing their WhatsApp and sharing their through YouTube and some other fields. But it is not coming in use. Everybody knows that the mother is the first teachers. and parents and environments. From them, from this side, the primary level students, they learn very much. So, however, the teachers' condition, what? In our country, there are two types of teachers. It is categorized under the two categories. One is private teacher, non-government, but government certified, and they are not doing job under the government. Some are the non-government teachers and some are the government teachers. Those who are the government teachers, they are getting salary from their government norms, state government norms, and those who are the private teachers, they are in very much frustration. They are frustrated what to do in this position, because not a single rupees or economic support is coming from the government side. And even they also earlier they taught in the private school, nowadays they don't have an opportunity to teach the students nowadays. For that reason, they are great economical disturbance, and they come down to the low poverty downward. So, however, those who are the teachers, they also earlier taught, and home tuition also be on. Home tuition means the teachers who were teaching earlier in the private school at the night time or after the evening times, they usually goes to the house of the student's house, and they teach them. And batch-wise tuition or tuition class, private class batch-wise, everything is closed down by the Assam government, and India government in all the states did not lock down for this particular sessions. So, however, previously, Edi sir also told me to speak something about the teaching strategies, English teaching strategies. Everybody knows that teaching is not the everybody's cup of tea. Teaching is most complex task for the teachers, and all the teachers know it very well, how tough it was, how tough it is, and how tough it will be in the future. So some strategies I want to mention here. Strategies like students' individual needs. Different students has different needs and requirements, and we have to follow with the teachers. We have to follow up all those needs, either be online, either be offline mode, whatsoever. And then know the language of your content. Content language means whichever we are going to teach, language of this particular topics we should have to pull out, and then thereafter we have to explain this before the students. And be aware of your students' needs and know your students' background. Also, most important elements for the teachers to know the students' background, from which environment the students came. We know our India is diverse lingual. In Indian, people do not talk in the same language. They have different languages also, and different cultures also. Some are of the Western cultures also. So multicultural, multilingual, and multi-sided personalities for the students having in themselves. So then thereafter, we are the teachers need to understand the students' ability, student attitude, student aptitude. And thereafter, we have to follow the last and final step to the LSRW process. LSRW. L means stand for listening, S stand for speaking, R stand for writing. And those are the 4 elements the teachers must have to follow. And especially my experience, I have to follow those LSRW process. First of all, students have to listen. Whatever the teachers is explaining, we make them interested. We have to motivate them. And then after speaking, we have to give the opportunities to the student to speak themselves for a particular topic or particular point. And then thereafter, we have to give them reading, how to read. The reading skill is the most important skill. If the student can't read properly, perhaps he can't talk in a well manner. And then thereafter, writing. Writing skill also most important things, for which we have to maintain some communication, written communications. And all those LSRW process we have to follow up whenever we enter the classroom. And after entering the classroom, we have to follow some steps. We know that for the phase of the teachings, there are many phases. Only three phases are there: pre-active phase, post-active phase, and interactive phase. Pre-active phase means preparation, lesson planning itself. Whenever we want to, we are going to teach the student, then thereafter we have to prepare the lesson plan with pen and paper, and then thereafter, because the class will be for the 40 minutes or hours, 1 hours. Within hours we have to finish. Then we have to prepare for a particular plan for short time, for a short moment, in order to give the good and clear explanation to the students. And then and thereafter we have to come interactive phase. Interactive phase means explanation into the classroom after entering the classroom. And pre-active phase, before entering the classroom, teachers have to be ready for themselves. That's teachers who is the best teachers. If we ask ask some educationalists or educational psychologists, they will must reply that the teachers who always plan before entering the class, he will be the best teachers, and who can able to solve the student's problem. And we have to, while in the classroom transaction, we have to make effective and creative and make laughy, so the student can sometimes they laugh, they can enjoy the class. If we feel them boring, they can't memorize anything, because from the multi-sided personalities are there in the diverse classrooms. In the inclusive education systems, it is also given in our India. So then thereafter we have to come the post-active phase of the education teaching. Post-active phase means after the at the last position, at the ending time of the class, then the teacher summarized all and then try the feedback and give them some homework. So that's okay. And during the COVID positions, our schools, those which are the secondary level of the school, from 9, 10, 11, 12 standard students, they have to attend the school with the way of rotation. It means today 9 and 10, and tomorrow 11 and 12. And the teachers also divided into 2 groups for day wise. They make the routine. By this way, in India is going to perform the teaching learning process in the field of education. So, sir, that's okay. I am very pleasure and happy to get a chance to say something here in the meeting.
Well, thank you very much, Brother Makbul Ahmed, a teacher from India. It's a very great presentation of yours. Hopefully that it can give an informative information, of course, that just as comparison between your country, India, and also Indonesia. Well, now we have, there are 2 persons here raise their hands. So for those who are going to ask, you can address your question to Mr. Mahful or also to Miss Maria. So I think the first question start from Ma'am Masri, and the second question is from India. Yeah, from India. I forgot your name, sir. Yeah. Okay, start from Ibu Masri. Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, evening.
Thank you for the chance, Mr. Edi. It's nice to have a chance and question. Well, I have 2 questions actually. This is for the first is for Mr. Makbul. The second for both, yeah. Well, Mr. Makbul, Mr. Makbul Ahmad from India. I'm interested when you said that every teacher should know the background of student, and I agree with it. And I think in Indonesia, our teachers are also, my question is, do you what do you mean by the background here? do you teach the students? It is one by one or collective, where the students is join the same background of students join in one class, or it is in, and it is online or offline? Thank you, Miss Makbul.
Yeah, the second question, ma'am. Only one question.
Well, the second question is reading. Yeah, this is for both Miss Maria and Mr. Makbul. I agree that one of the method in teaching English is reading. Okay, is there any?
Yeah, go on, ma'am.
Yeah.
Lots of thanks. I am very happy to get the question. Very
Here,
happy to get the question from the Masri Lalahi.
Yeah, would you please try to shorten or make a conclusion? Actually, what is the point of your question, ma'am?
Point, I understand perhaps
Yeah,
the point of the question Masri Miss asked me, students, about the students' background, how I can navigate the classroom whenever the students come from the multi-sided background, various background, family status or social systems, be multi-sided. Am I right, madam? Those students who are coming from the multi background,
Yeah, that's
how
the
can
point.
we teach them? Am I right?
Yeah, that's the
are
point.
they all same background? The background of family or? Yeah, you're right.
So that's okay. So students who came from the multi-sided background, we have to choose them. Those who are the different ideology and different thinking, and their styles of understanding is different. Then thereafter we have to make the group. So group learning, that peer group, and this peer group also help the students too much. And I have to go while in classroom transaction, at this particular time, I have to give them some groups this work, and for this group another work. I hope that the madam will be satisfied for the answer of this question.
So
Okay,
how many students in groups? Mr. Mokbul, how many students in one group? How many students in one group?
30:1 for 30 teachers, for 30 students, 1 teachers in Indian, in Assamese police, in the policy or educational policy of Assam, for 30 students, 1 teachers. For each 30 students, for 1 teachers. And then thereafter for class wise. So for a groups, for a peer groups need to be 7, 8 or 9 or 10. We have to make them 5 groups also, or 3 groups also for 30 students, in each group containing the 10 members. And whoever the
So
most, when we also know that in the students, they have 3 categories. Some are the fast learner, some are the slow learners, and some are the average learners. In these aspects, we also make another groups. So if we make the group, their collaborative teachings and their communication and their improvement shortly will be done. I hope to the answer of your question.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Is it online?
Yes, ma'am. Would you please to repeat it one more time?
Yeah. I mean, is it done online or regularly offline?
Yeah. Is it conducted online or offline, Mr. Mahbul?
In the offline mode, but in online mode, each and every step cannot be followed.
Yeah, it's actually offline, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. The next question comes from Mr. Sabaj. Are you still there, Mr. Sabaj? Would you please to introduce yourself and then come to
thank you very
direct
much.
question, sir. Come on.
I hope that everybody is doing great. You presented very well and you ended very well. I really appreciate it. I just want to know your opinion about this question: whether class should be a
Would you please to
student-centered.
introduce yourself first, sir? Would you please
Sorry, sir?
introduce yourself so that other participants will know you?
Right, right. So actually, a lot of people just came to know me. My name is Shehbaz Shah, and I'm a graduate student. I'm recently working as a lecturer in mathematics, and I'm from Pakistan.
Yeah, lecturers,
Okay,
mathematics lecturers from Pakistan. Yeah,
Pakistan, yes, sir.
yeah.
Okay, Makbul, my question to you is that whether the classroom should be teacher-centered or student-centered. I just want to know your opinion. And other question is that, in every class, there are, different, as you told, that diversity exists in the classroom. There are some students who are with high IQ level. There are some average student, and there are some struggling learner. So how you make sure to bring the attention of all students, whether you are teaching at a projector, blackboard, whiteboard, and how to make sure that struggling learner are actually learning.
Yes, sir. Academic directors are very happy to get these questions, and the class should be the student center. It never be a teacher center. I understand the first question of you, and the second question I can't understand because the sound was a problem herein. So you can ask the second question what you wanted to
Okay,
ask, please.
my second question again. I am asking you that, as you told about the diversity in a classroom, there are some students with high IQ level, and there are
Yeah.
students, who are average student, and there are some students who are struggling learner. That means you have to put extra effort on those students. So how you make sure that these struggling learner are actually learning something new and try how to participate all that student in whatever you are teaching or delivering in a class.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Makbul. Can you catch what is Mr. Sabak's question? Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
The academic director told me that the question, some are the fast learners who are the higher IQ, and some are the slow learners who are struggling to get some their requirable knowledge. Am I right, sir? So how can I
yeah.
maintain and navigate them? So yes, that is the short question. So very good, sir. Those who are the fast learners in the class, only 3% and 2% are the fast learners, and most of our class are the average learners. So maybe sometimes all the class should be the fast learners, maybe. Then thereafter, who are the fast learners? Among them, we have to choose them particularly. We have to give them the higher task and over task. If you give them over task and play with methods and other methods, we have to apply in the classroom to improve his better than the slow learners. And whose IQ is higher, more than 80, then we have to consult with the head of this institution and the local authority, district authority, and state authority that his high IQ is genius students. Then thereafter, you have to the government himself. He will guide. We have to send them. We have to consult them. And the students who are the low IQ or above IQ, and you asked me about low IQ. Those who are the low IQ students, then we do them special activities, especially what that is playway method or learning by doing methods with their group life. We have to perform. So I hope that the answer. Okay.
Okay, Makbul, thank you very much, bro, for answering my question.
Yeah.
Actually, sir, I want to say something here that I'm lecturer. I also here in Pakistan. So most of the time I face this kind of a problem. Just it's not about the academics. It's also about the we also face behavioral issue of the students. So sometimes we have to put extra effort on that student. We have to involve them in the activity. We have to give them a sense of gratitude that you are equal. Actually, the student who are high IQ, I mean here by that, they are participating. They are asking question all the time. Whether you involve them or not, they always come and participate. But there are some other students who don't want to participate, who are dumb, who are feeling sad, who they don't want to learn. So we have to encourage them. We we have to give them the sort of motivation, and we have to put them into kind of the activities. When we do these small things, when collectively these comes together, then these things motivate the all students, and then they participate. Sometimes whenever I delivering the lecture, or telling something important, if they are not getting clearly, it's my duty. I get to know whether he is getting my point or not. Sometimes I involve them. I call them to come on the stage or in front of class and tell them what we have learned in a just fun manner. Maybe they would enjoy this, and also they will learn something new. So these kind of the things I do personally in my classroom.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a very great discussion of both of you. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, it's a very good information, especially for us. I would like to say thank you very much for all the presentation of the guest speaker. I'd like to say sorry, one more speaker actually from Cameroon. He's a teacher and
Sir, sound is not coming here properly. What was happening?
I think Sir Edi just lost the network, or feeling a network issue right now.
hello, Sayuman Manau, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you right now.
Yeah.
So I would like to a small request to Mr. Edi sir to give
Yes,